Not enough people talking about this movie, but let's talk about it. This movie is Pressure, our favorite emotion, isn't it? This story is about the unsung heroes. You know, it's one of those things that puts a magnifying glass into areas that we just had no idea of. So the movie takes place in World War II, right? Dwight Eisenhower, played by Brendan Fraser, who just won an Oscar for The Whale about a couple of years ago. He had a huge Hollywood comeback. He played the main actor in the Mummy series. He's the main general of the Allied armies. And the biggest next thing is the battle on Normandy Beach. If you don't know what that is, go watch Saving Private Ryan. First 15 minutes, get traumatized, and then come back here, please. That was very, very significant moment in World War II. We needed that to get back France. Germany had taken France. We needed to get our boys back. But why did he need weathermen? What does that have to do with war? The thing is, the raid would have to be overseas. The weather in Europe is very unpredictable. So you need people to understand it. You need people to time it. You need people to tell you, okay, this is the best time to do the assault. This is the best time, right? Where our soldiers are not going to be drowning because of the tsunamis, where the weather's going to be good, where there's going to be just enough fog, where the enemy's not going to see them from miles away. I didn't realize how important it was to battle strategy until this film just showed it to me. Our protagonist is played by Andrew Scott. He plays the lead doctor in this, the lead meteorologist in this. I'm so used to Andrew Scott playing very crazy and unorthodox characters, like, you know, Moriarty from the Sherlock series, the BBC Sherlock series. And in this one, man, he's playing a husband, soon-to-be father, who's super composed, poised. He walks into the room, best posture ever. He was recommended to Dwight Eisenhower by Winston Churchill. He's not American, but he is on the Allied side. And throughout the film, you see Andrew Scott's excellent acting. Honestly, like, such a standout in this movie, man. This film, he did amazing. There's this calmness, and then when there is intensity, you feel it. You feel it in the voice, you feel it in the delivery, and it's I'm talking about a specific scene where all hell breaks loose, and that pressure does cause a breaking point. I mean, it's insane. Like, this is the weight of the world on the shoulders of Dwight Eisenhower. But then therefore, it's also on the shoulders of whoever's under him. And these men were under him. And so here we have our main character. Very analytical person, very much a let's go based off of current data. What is it weather currently doing, right? Opposite to him is another doctor who's like, nah, screw that. I have helped Hollywood films before just basically predict when is the best time to film. And you know how I did that? Doctor main character. This is how I did it. I did it by looking at that exact same date in previous years, 5 years before, 10 years before, and boom, I got a sunny day and I got a big check. What about you? What did you do? And our main character basically reverts with, yeah, okay, that's cool. That's in the US, where the weather is a lot more stable. Over there in California, where you were, you know, in the beaches or whatever, I'm over here in Europe, where the weather is extremely unpredictable. We're not in the US, man. We're in Europe. Let me handle this. So you have that clash, because the one that is refuting and fighting our main character, he has history with Dwight Eisenhower. So Dwight Eisenhower already sees favor with him. So our main character is having an uphill battle too, but he also feels a responsibility. And throughout the film, you get a great story. I very much enjoyed it. A lot of dialogue. You know, it takes place in war, but you're not going to see any action scenes until the very, very end. So keep that in mind. It is very dialogue heavy film, right? And I was just such a huge fan of Andrew Scott's performance, his character, the conflict throughout the film, that they showed it, all of it through dialogue. It was very, very well done. And the editing, I was a big fan of the editing in the film, specifically the sound editing. Ooh. Sound editing was great in this movie. Whoever you are, sound editor, great job. Andrew Scott really, really went far and beyond in this film. I really believe it. Brendan Fraser, I liked him as Dwight Eisenhower. I do think he was slightly miscast, but he wasn't distracting to me. The ending of the film is very satisfying. Again, acting and editing, superheroes of this movie. I am giving this film Pressure a weak B+. Really do think it's worth watching. do think it's worth buying on Blu-ray once it comes out on Blu-ray. Okay, now to the parental advisory section. This is, of course, spoiler alert. Here we go. Any violence? There is no violence up until the very end of the film, where we have a good section of 10 minutes where you do see the soldiers storm Normandy Beach, right? You do see that. It's intercutting, edited really, really well with the reactions of everyone. The tensefulness, the suspense is really well made. But just keep that in mind. It is PG-13 level. It's not to the intensity of Saving Private Ryan, but it is going to feel loud and it is going to feel heavy. Keep that in mind. And the language, there is foul language. Not a lot of it, but there is foul language. No sex or nudity. Our main character does have a wife, but you can just tell it's more romanticized and more of a he wants to go back home to her sort of feeling that you get throughout the film. Okay, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. God bless. Bye-bye.